Good morning to you all. I am here to deliver a speech about iTeachers. Thank you so much for having me here. Um, every human born to learn something. Every human has a goal. For an example, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a scientist. There are multiple goals. If you want to reach the goals, you need to move on some obstacles and you need to follow some steps. For every successful person, they have a step, a common step, like self-education, self-studies, and self-confidence. If you do something by yourself, it gives a good output. So, not only education make a person fulfilled. Apart from that, you need some experience and you need some advice from your elder people. So, the people who taught you a good education and the good human qualities like how to communicate with people, how to solve problems, how to move on that. So, the person who taught you good education and the human abilities, they call as teachers. In our classroom, we simply identify teachers as she is so kind, she is so polite, she is so advisable, she gives a good knowledge. But in a scientific way, they can introduce teachers in different sides, like innovative teachers, transformational teachers, traditional teachers, and iTeachers. Innovative teachers mean they give new strategies, methods, ideas to their children. Uh, Traditional teachers, the person who taught them, they give the same way to the next generation. They can't make any changes. They can't move on to the time. They give the same way the people who taught them. Next one is transformational teachers. From time to time, the time period, they can change their studying style, the teaching style. If they taught the studies in a blackboard, now they move on to the iPad, online education. Time to time, they are changing their teaching style. So that are the type of teachers. Last but not least, iTeachers. We simply identify iTeachers as robotic teachers. Robotic teacher used as assistant for the teachers. They can't choose the main character in human lives, and they are a part of human life. So they have helped to improve teaching and make students more interesting on it. They also pre-program for their jobs and they have rules, they follow the rules, and they do their job without getting stressed or tired. They can do their job in some places with high-paid job. So let me tell you about the history of iTeachers, the robotic teachers. The first robotic teachers is made by a person, and the robot name is Eagle Teacher. And the hundreds of kindergarten schools around China now use Kiko, the robot, the little robot who tells stories and fix logic problems. Another one is that robot in India called as Shalu. He can teach six subjects in 47 languages. Another one is that the computer science teacher in Kendriya Vidyalaya on IIT Mumbai, Dr. Dinesh Kumar Patel has developed the first robotic teacher, the socialized and educational robot with waste materials like wood, plastic, and some aluminium. So that are the history of robotic teachers. What about the cost? The robotic teachers cost $6,000, but plus an extra $1,000 for yearly upkeep. So let me tell you about the advantages and disadvantages of the iTeachers. First, I could tell you about the advantages. iTeachers, they give a quality of work. We can see a neatness of their work, and they make less mistakes. They can't make more grammar mistakes. They can't without giving answer, they can't leave the students. They give the good answers and the correct answers. They prepare the dictionary. They pre-program for their jobs, and they don't need any breaks or time. They don't need any holidays like our teachers. We need some break for studies, and we need some holidays like summer holidays, December. But they don't need anything. They just teach in a fluent way. And the basic thing is they are unbased. They are not comparing students in the classroom. They give the knowledge and techniques for every student in a common way. They are not unbased. But the disadvantage is the mechanic robots. The robots can't replace humans because they can't understand the student psychology. There is a huge bond with human teachers and students. The robot can't replace the human beings. Some students have the skill if they consider, if they see the teacher's face, their reactions, the way of their teaching, they could remember the lessons they taught in the past. But if you focus on a robotic teacher, you can't feel like you are studying, can't engage on studying. You feel like you watching on a TV or something. So you can't keep your more attention on them. And if a human teacher teaching in front of us, we know some rules, we want to respect them, we want to know what they say. But if a robot, they don't have feelings, so we don't want to respect them. They can't focus on that. They only want to give studies. But a human teacher, they also give some good habits for ourselves. So I think robotic teachers are an imagination of a human or a scientist, a person who imagined and they did like a robot. They can part of a life, but they can't replace the human beings. So I think eye teachers are good in part of our life, they can't replace. So use eye teachers, the robotic teachers, as your part of life and make study more interesting.